Welcome back to my intergalactic adventure in building the studio scale DeAgostini Millennium Falcon. This is box 5. If you've missed out on the last several episodes, make sure you head on over to madebyap.com so you can see them there. I'll also leave links to them in the description below. But make sure you subscribe to the channel because you do not want to miss a single part of this multi-part journey of building the aforementioned studio scale DeAgostini Millennium Falcon. All right, so let's just dive right into box number 5. I think this is box number 5. This is indeed box number 5. And what does box number 5 have for us today? Well, we have issues 17, 18, 19, and 20. And there we go. Now we have 20, 18, and 19. All right, so let's just dive. That's the one I needed. Let's try not to break the model. Okay, so issue 17. Okay, so in this issue, we're doing, okay, so this we have hull exterior, more internal details, more frame, more, looks like padding, and more screws. So we are going to fitting the corridor cushions.
Now this is a purely cut and paste job. Oh, I like that. Huh, cut and paste. Get it? Like you, nah, never mind, you get it.
There are some pretty sweet mods you can do to this. A pal of mine has swapped these out with some photo etched flooring with lights. Oh, it looks sweet. I am not going to be doing that because I'm more interested in the exterior of the ship versus the interior of the ship. Look at that. Okay.
One thing that's cool about this sprue is that all the cushions are labeled, and that's really good as the instructions are specific on which order to glue these down. Pro tip, tweezers are really helpful here because of the small pieces. All right, again with the cutting and pasting. Now make sure the wide part of each cushion is facing the ceiling. Well, the ceiling of the part, not your ceiling, because then, well, you'd be wrong. Now when placing the top on the bottom, just be mindful of the little tabs at the top of the corridor arches. If you're having trouble getting a tight fit, that's probably what's wrong, so you'll just have to turn them around.
Over here. So then this, okay. Again, I believe this all gets glued together eventually, but, oh. I don't know how I feel about, okay, I'm not going to leave that loose. Okay, but we did it. Another cool little cross-section view of the Falcon. And you can see the main hold area. This is the area that we're working on here, although, yeah, so if I take this piece, and then this piece goes in here. Is that right? Oh, okay, I see. So, yeah, do you see that? You have your main hold, and then this little hallway here is this. And then this is like a doorway that comes down to the cockpit. So now you have your bearings. All right, back frame is getting bigger. It's going to be huge. Now we're not attaching the hull plating at this time, but there are instructions on if you want to flip it over and see how it's all taking shape. By all means, go for it. Okay, then assembling the corridor arches. More fracking corridor arches. Okay. I hate this part. Okay. And now that part's done. Okay, so we have detailing the recess. And for that we need the recess. And we need these greeblies, everything else.
Tweezers are your friend here. Also, you could paint this, then assemble, or just paint after, like the instructions say. I'm assembling first. Then, with the airbrush, I'll be able to get into the nooks and crannies. Again, just keep an eye on the tabs at the top of the corridor arches so they line up with the holes on the top, which we'll get to shortly.
There we go. We have our lovely padded walls. Sometimes I feel like I could use some padded walls because I'm going crazy. All right. All right, you beautiful people, welcome back. We are working on box number 6 of Who Knows for our studio scale Millennium Falcon. This box looks very flat and damaged, so I'm curious to see what it holds for us. Okay. All right. So we have issues number 21, 22, 23, and 24. Well, we're making some progress here, kids. 22, box 23, 21, and 24. Okay, so let's just let's jump right in.
So this issue is where we start to drag out the entire process. The only thing you do in this issue is add cushion pads to one side of the corridor. That's it.
That's probably one of my favorite ships. The Imperial Shuttle, Lambda class shuttle, the Shuttle Tidarium. I've probably built this model 5 times over the past more than all years.
Yep, we're doing the other side now. And that concludes the entire issue 22.
And looks like we're going to be working on, we have hull, we have jig, we have more of the corridor. So yes, so we're going to be working on the passage tube top. And for that, we're going to need these pieces from the last issue and the top. So
make sure you install these correctly and only use a little bit of glue just in case you screw up. The first time I installed them, I did them upside down, causing issues with putting the top and the bottom together.
And you have a tube. I present to you the passage tube. Okay. Oh, that was the end of issue 23. All right, I think we're going to see some major changes to the frame coming up. Let's grab this bad boy. Okay. In the position shown, that goes here. That's it. So now you can, of course, test fit the pieces if you would like to, the hull plating on here if you'd like to. I'm not going to. But yeah, this is getting bigger, it's getting heavier slightly. So that was box 6. And now I just wait for boxes 7 and 8 to arrive. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any of the upcoming episodes where I continue my intergalactic adventure in building this studio scale Millennium Falcon. You do not want to miss this. I mean, you're watching episode, I don't know which episode this is right now, but you don't want to like catch up in the middle and then, you know, have to go back or, you know, miss a few episodes because, you know, you could miss out on something important. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. Also, hit that like button if you liked what you saw. If you are working on this project as well, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we can share some tips and tricks that I have not shared with you already on camera. If you're on the socials, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I like to leave behind the scenes photos there and some teaser photos of upcoming projects, and you're not going to want to miss those. Until next time, stop planning and start making. Thanks for watching, everybody.